we had spoken yesterday heading into this match. We weren't necessarily terribly convinced by Argentina so far in this competition. Did last night's result, Nico, for you watching it firsthand, did it change that opinion?
A little bit.
Yeah.
They improved. They took care of the game through their quality, which is what you can always rely on at the end of the day when things aren't going well. Listen, the game presented what Argentina needed to do. They didn't need to shift up a momentum because Canada wasn't pressing, going after them. They were staying in that mid-block. And eventually they figured the game out. And a lot of credit to Lionel Scaloni, because Scaloni Scaloni does not underestimate any rival. And he made adjustments because of what he thought Canada was going to bring to the table. He put in Montiel at right back, switched him for Molina. Montiel is more defensive, and he took care of that wing. Then Enzo Fernandez in the midfield had a strong game, in my opinion, in not only breaking up play, but distribution as well. Di Maria offering that verticality. And Julian Alvarez with not only the goal, but his work rate off the ball. He is a black stallion. Dude does not stop running. He has 3 lungs. He is unbelievable. He is a horse. The way that he just gallops after people, it's incredible to watch. And as much as I like where Jesse Marsch's head was at, his team doesn't have enough quality, and they dropped off in intensity in the second half, and Argentina took care of business. They got it right.
How will Canada be feeling after this showing? And, just based on their performances throughout this tournament.
They'll be feeling good about themselves, right? They get to a semifinal of a Copa America with a manager that's been there, 6 or 7 games? This was the 7th game now?
7th, correct.
Right, so yeah, why not feel good about what you're doing and where you're going? I think in the end, like Nico said, the quality of Argentina just took over after 20, 25 minutes, and you can tell the pitch didn't look great last night.
Oh, and wet and heavy. It was bad.
Yeah, so that played into it, I think, a little bit, but credit to Canada for doing what they did.
Yeah, they just got run over by a black stallion.
Was there anything Canada could have done last night, or were they just simply outclassed?
In all honesty, I think it was...
No.
Anyway. That's not good. That's Julian Alvarez chasing you down.
I think that for Canada, that they have a lot of positives. There's room for improvement, and I think for me, I don't know what you think, Tony or Nico, it's just that end product, because the enthusiasm's there, the energy's there. They do play some good football at times, some intricate linking play. But it's when they get to that final third, they just can't seem to slow themselves down or get that composure to make that right pass. Shuffleberg, I thought, had another good, impactful game.
You love him.
Listen, I've looked at this player to say he's a diamond in the rough. And for me, it's those moments there. It's international football. Just slow yourself down a bit. So when you're looking at Canada now, from what they've done, how no one thought they'll get out the group stages, to make semi-finals and play Argentina, there are a lot of positives you can take from this. And from the coaching aspect, tactical aspect, you can improve on that final third stuff. It's the end productivity that needs to get better, just that composure. You can coach these players to become better in those vital moments. They could have gone easily 1 or 2-0 up, and it would be a completely different game we're looking at. But the quality and the experience of Argentina would always come through in the end. And we look at the goal again for Alvarez. That first touch was just absolutely magnificent. That's the difference in quality levels you're seeing in competition levels. But for me overall, I'd have to say I've been impressed with Canada, and I feel that they can only get better.
Argentina's going to have their most difficult game in the final, without a doubt. But on top of maybe not unconvincing, overall unconvincing performances, I think as a group, these 5 games that they played in the Copa América, they haven't been at their best. They've been off the mark. The difference is that they win regardless, and they're always ready.
Grind out results.
They're always ready to meet the moment with their intensity. Cuti Romero yesterday was unbelievable, and that's what Argentina brings to the table, that it's an intangible that goes beyond what's expected. Messi has taken this team to 7 finals, 7 international finals. You know what that is? You know it's 7 finals. People are lucky to play 2.
Nico.
3.
Are you Argentinian by any chance? I just had to ask.
But that's a reality situation. Who else has done that?
Okay, here's a question for you that I want to know. If they win this Copa America, does Lionel Scaloni stay for the next World Cup, or does he leave at the top?
remember after Brazil, he had hinted, after the Brazil game, where they beat the Brazilian national team in the Maracanã for the very first time in history.
Yeah.
He hinted that how much more can you get out of this group? I've done my job. I'm at the top. Maybe it was a little bomb into the contract negotiation to stir things up, but there is some truth to that. If he wins and Argentina keeps on collecting trophies,
just answer the question. Does he stay?
He seemed tired at that point,
Yeah.
didn't he? He seemed exhausted with everything that I guess comes along with being a World Cup champion. Right?
I'd like to see him stay.
I think he'll leave. I think he will leave.
That's a real
my
possibility.
thing. I think if he wins this Copa America, I think he leaves. I don't think.
I think he leaves when Messi tells him he can leave in a lot of ways, right? But if Messi says, look, if he wants to leave and Messi says, no, you got to stay until 2026. Like, you got to be here. This is where you've taken this team. What do you think he does? What do you think that conversation is like? Do you agree with that?
The pressure's a lot, but I think that he probably wants to go into being a domestic manager. I think that's the thing. I think he wants to go being a manager in Europe.
But
somewhere.
he's not very old if he sticks around
he's
for
still
another
young,
2 years.
but I just feel it's the pressure that comes with it. He'll know it better than us about managing the Argentinian national team, the federation, all that pressure that comes. There's a lot of politics that's involved in it. He's won the World Cup, could win 2 Copa America as well as manager. Like, bow out at the top. Don't overstay your welcome.
Messi was very cryptic at the end of the day, in his post-game comments about enjoying it while it lasts and appreciating and being in gratitude of the moment because we don't know how much more there is. Let's remember, Messi was saying that his last hurrah with the Argentine national team was going to be this Copa América.
Yep.
And we're at the doorstep. We know Di Maria's gone.
Yep.
Di Maria knows he's retiring playing a final from the national team at least.
Wow.
So does Messi have more in him? I personally think so. Does Scaloni have more in him? I personally think so, but it's up to them to make this decision after the final.